Sri Aurobindo, Mira is my refuge. Bande Matram, Namaste, good morning, welcome all of you. Today the topic of this spiritual discussion will be on surrender part 3. Initially we have got the brief discussion on surrender for part 1 and part 2. This will be the surrender part 3. On the lights of Sri Aurobindo and Mother's writing, we are going to discuss today on the topic, very interesting topic, of course, one very much effectual topic, the very much most inquired topic, that is on surrender. Let me quote first. In proportion as the surrender and self-consecration progress, the sadhaka becomes conscious of the divine Shakti doing the sadhana, pouring into him more of herself, founding in him the freedom and perfection of the divine nature. The more this, here comes the process, the more this conscious process, must be a conscious process, replaces his own effort, the more rapid and true becomes his progress. But it cannot completely replace the necessity of personal effort until the surrender and consecration are pure and complete from top to bottom. Again, Sri Aurobindo quotes in the Mother for the another time, surrender of oneself and all what one is and has, and every plane of the consciousness and every moment to the divine and the Shakti, entirely, wholeheartedly, you have to surrender. You have to give the entire charge of life to the divine. This is the most essential condition. And sometimes Sri Aurobindo also quotes, Sri Aurobindo also explains, it is a cautious explanation. Note that a tamasic surrender refusing to fulfill the conditions. There is also another type of surrender that is known as the tamasic surrender. Refusing to fulfill the conditions and calling on God to do everything and save one. All the trouble and struggle is a deception and does not lead to freedom and perfection. So this tamasic surrender has to be identified, because there are many sorts of surrender. We know this is the yoga of the surrender. We know Samarpana yoga. So different types of surrender we can get here in our when we are progressing in this path. Vast surrender, absolute surrender, surrender of the soul, so many things, so many explanations we will get here. But thing is that we must be cautious enough while we are going for the divine surrender. So couple of lines we will see on consecration. Consecration is a progress by which one trains the consciousness to give itself to the divine. Surrender, the entire thing is that to give oneself entirely to the divine. So here Sri Aurobindo quotes here, consecration is a process by which one trains the consciousness to give itself to the divine, nothing else, nobody else. Second, he who seeks the divine must consecrate himself to God and to God only. Repeatedly Sri Aurobindo reiterates and repeats the term to God only, to God only. He who seeks the divine must consecrate himself to God and to God only. Then next line, each work should be offered to the mother. Each work should be offered to the mother so as to keep the attitude a living one all the time, not only for the present time or 1 day or 2 day or 1 year, 2 year, for all the time immemorial till now and towards the time immemorial it is going on, eternity, time eternal. Each work should be offered to the mother. Entire work should be offered to the mother. Nothing should be kept, as we have known the surrender. What you will choose, life or death, I am ready. Radha's prayer we have seen. So each work should be offered to the mother so as to keep the attitude a living one all the time. Next one is very interesting. In proportion as the surrender and self-consecration progress, the sadhaka becomes conscious of the divine Shakti doing the sadhana. So when you are clearing, when you are actually, there will be a clearance of the ego when we are throwing out of this ego. When the place and space is cleared, as much as we are progressing, we are clearing the space, and with this cleanliness, the sadhak will be very much aware, conscious that the divine Shakti is doing the sadhana for him. In proportion, to quote it again, in proportion as the surrender and self-consecration progress, The sadhaka becomes our conscious of the divine Shakti doing the sadhana. As we have already known, Mother said the sadhaka, you do my work and I will do the yoga for you. In the Mother also, Sri Aurobindo quotes again here, we have already seen, if you wish to install there the living presence, keep the temple clean. If there is somehow it is clumsy, it is filled packed with ego, no space for the, where is the space for the God? So this must be thrown out. Of course, this is not the surrender is a thing not done in a day. Surrender is progressive. So for the surrender, faith and love these are the most required particle. It must be there. Faith must be there. Love must be there. So love and surrender, it goes side by side. It is there. Still, then we have to become conscious. Another term, when we are talking of this surrender, there is the another term which is coming very much prominently, which is coming, that is actually self-giving. So how should we give the self-giving? Here in the course in 3 or 4 places we have seen, at least 3 or 4 places we will try to quote it here. To give oneself is the secret of sadhana, nothing else. The secret, what is the secret of sadhana? To give oneself, you give. That is the surrender, true surrender. Not to demand and to acquire a thing. Nothing should be acquired, nothing should be kept for oneself, no demand should be there. Only thing is that I have to give you oneself, the entirely I have to give you oneself. There will be a beautiful message on already we have seen many times. We have of course we have analyzed the thing. People who come, there are 2 types of surrender, 2 types of people usually I will find. They come and they ask, where all as we have already seen, all sincere prayers are granted. So people come, they come and they ask for things. God with their prayer for the fulfillment of their needs, and God fulfills them. So here in the code sheet, there are 2 types of person. They have come with the come to the divine. First, in initial, the number 1, the first type of people who ask, who keep asking, and Mother fulfills, and the divine fulfills. Second category of people, they know, they feel, they have also their needs, but they don't. They are consecrated, they have given, they have self-surrendered, but they ask nothing. For them, what happens? It is like a buy 1 get 3. How this process, this formula works? They who have been consecrated, who have given themselves but ask nothing, God fulfills what they would have asked. So their necessity God fulfills. And second, with them, 2 another additional rewards divine gives. Another, along with it, he gives himself. And the third thing is this: he gives, he bestows the spontaneous boon of his love. So suppose somebody is coming and he is asking what he is asking, God divine fulfills. Second category of person, who they are coming but they are asking nothing, simply they are getting consecrated. So divine knows what is their requirement, what is their needs, what is their essence, so divine fulfills. And along with it, he gives himself and the spontaneous boon of his love. So 3 things, buy 1 get 3. It is better to wait upon them and to give your works result, so that everything will be fulfilled. Result, everything will be motivated, and the royal result, the splendor, victory will come at last. So immortality, unity, freedom are in ourselves and await their self-discovery, awaits our discovery. So 3 things it is there inside us for which we aspire, we are aspiring, we are going. Immortality, unity, and freedom, they are in ourselves and await our discovery. Discovery means it is there, we have to reach there, and we must be the first person to discover ourselves. So nothing is there, it is there inside ourselves, but without doing it, like we are going here, moving here and there, because we don't know it is there within us. So second one is kasturi, like that we have here, we have seen the smell is coming from its navel position, but actually he feels that is a very fragrant smell, but it does not know that it is coming from horse itself. So it is moving here and there, searching for here and there, but actually it is not finding. This has been the age-old story. Till now it is continuing the process. It yet to be remembered. She does not know what to do. So next one, thus to give oneself is the secret of sadhana, not to demand and acquire a thing. Second one is only the one who can give everything, enjoy the divine all everywhere. Who can give everything, he can enjoy divine all, the divine all everywhere, in all the aspects, in the all moments of the life, everywhere he will find. The soul knows that it does not give itself to God in vain. The soul knows, but mind, life, body, they are interested in their own business. They don't know. They are of course fragmented. Their thought, their longing, their desires, everything is fragmented. The soul knows that it does not give itself to God in vain. If it is not giving itself to God, then all is in vain. Claiming nothing. It receives the infinite riches of the divine power and presence. After giving itself entirely, after claiming nothing, so it receives the infinite riches of the divine power and presence. And the next one, when you give yourself, you give completely, without demand, without condition. So when we are coming here, we must give ourselves completely, without demand, without condition, without reservation. Nothing we have to keep for ourselves. So that all in you shall belong to the divine mother, and nothing will left to the ego or given to any other power. Everything entirely, wholeheartedly, and exclusively we must give to the divine. We must keep nothing as a reserve, demand nothing. We must have no condition. We must have no reservation. We will give everything. Only the one who offers his whole nature finds the self. Entire nature, if it is offered, then the self will be found, obtained. So only a supreme self-abandonment attains the supreme. To attain the supreme, the condition is that the supreme self-abandonment. We have to abandon the self to attain the self. He who has renounces the self meets the self. So he who has made the self renounces the self. That is actually tilting line. Only the supreme self-abandonment attains the supreme, because our object of this purpose of the sadhana is that in our personal effort, the attainment God is the sole object of our of all human effort. So we have to trying in different methods like tapasya, ardent tapasya, this ardas tapasya, and this surrender, consecration, self-giving, everything is there. But the thing is that the motive, all the objective is that attains the supreme, attainment of supreme. The soul that only gives itself to him, God also gives himself together. So if we can be the soul that can give wholly, so it will receive the God. God will give himself altogether. Every moment and every moment of our being, it is a result into a continuous and developed, devoted self-giving to the eternal. So if that is conscious, if there is consciousness, naturally it comes and it gives itself to the divine only. So a couple of examples, a couple of very good ideas, good definitions we'll see while we are discussing on surrenders. It is very good example. The path is long, but self-surrender makes it short. The path is long. We don't know how far we will go again, because we are now in the intermediate, in the middle stage we are standing. The path we have crossed and is definitely far lesser than the path to be achieved. It is not looking in a middle place we are standing, a long way to go. But what is the procedure? Self-surrender makes it short. Of course, the path is long, but self-surrender makes it short. The way is difficult, but perfect trust makes it easy. So surrender is the second. So we have to do the surrender. Yes, if the surrender is there, the path will be self-surrender makes the path short. And second thing, the way is difficult. It is not an easy way. It is difficult, but perfect trust in the divine makes it short. Then here, mother quotes here. That was the Sri Aurobindo's, of course, definition message. Surrender is the decision taken to hand over the responsibility of your life to the divine. Mother quotes, entirely to surrender, take the decision to hand over the responsibility of the life to the divine. This is the surrender. Then another beautiful quotation is there by the mother. Above all words, above all thoughts, is the luminous silence of the aspiring faith. Gives yourself totally, unmixed, absolutely to the Supreme Lord of the all existence, and He will do you what He wants to do. So we have to give yourself completely. Different types of surrender we have seen. The entire thing that we have to give yourself, and when we give, it is a progressive. We have to give yourself. It may take time, but it is the most essential thing in